Hello everyone and welcome back to another live stream of my Hamburg achievement hunt thing. We're trying to get this silly cow achievement here that I want to get. We just invaded Great Britain. We stole quite a bit of land from them in anticipation of hoping to stop the French invasion of the Isles. Obviously France is significantly stronger than us and doesn't like us that much, but I'm hoping my Russian alliance will dissuade them from attacking me, considering Russia's almost the same size. Other than that, we're going to have a fair amount of unhappiness in the Isles for a while. And then I think it's time to start poking my head back into the HRE and try and pick up some more land before the late game arrives. So we'll see how this goes. I'm not going to talk constantly, as my recent policy is not overly talking. And we'll see how this goes. So I'll be silent for now. Hope you guys enjoy this. Oh yeah, we actually, the most recent thing we did was just invade the New World here to try and set up a colonial nation, so that should be triggering soon. We've got another 11 or so years before I can attack Great Britain and try and pick up some more land, but it should be pretty easy to beat them later on. I'm just more worried about how large France will grow if they're allowed to conquer Great Britain completely. There's no way I'm going to turn on my ally Russia in order to try and defend Sweden. That would be a death move. Would you believe I completely forgot I took Iceland? That is not a country I'm used to taking. I'm going to lower my advisors I'm getting here just for a little while so that I can actually pay back some of this loan. I'm thinking Cologne here will probably be our next major target. Try and expand a little bit more into the English Channel trade node, which currently France is dominating, so it's going to be a risk, but if we're going to get this achievement where we have to control those areas of trade, I think that will be the best move, because we do not have... We have 6 out of the needed 20 of that, and we have virtually no gems at all. Actually, we have 1% gems now. I'm hoping these English rebels down here, English separatists, succeed and get break free of France, but I doubt they'll succeed because it's France. But we'll see. France is actually having quite a few religious troubles if we look at the map, between Protestants and everything else. I wonder if they're in their wars of religion. Yeah, I think they are. That would be interesting to see that France collapse after they've gotten this large. And there we go, we've made it all the way over here to the Andamans. And then I've got to find out where next to go to explore. Ideally, we want to try and get some land in the Ba'amanis area, because they've got the Golconda diamond mines there, so that's our best bet to pick up any influence over gems, but it's going to take a while, but might as well start setting the stage now rather than later. That should give us a colonial nation here. It should. There we go. Hamburgian Mexico, which means I can now safely expand in that region without having to deal with all the inevitable unrest and revolts that would come from trying to own it myself. So let's quickly make my little vassal colonial nation here that much larger, and I think we'll be off to a good start. Building a colonial empire. I think the next goal is probably to expand a bit further into Mexico and to get Canada or something like that. I really want to crush these English rebels, but I don't think it's worth it when they're keeping France occupied with problems. But it would be really tempting. Actually, never mind. France just dropped 60,000 troops there and killed them. I guess we're going to be heading back to northern Germany here to try and pick up some of Cologne's lands. They don't have really good allies, so I should be able to beat them. Also, I gotta remember to finish off Lubeck here at some point. Actually, I might go for Lubeck if I can pull it off. That might actually be worth more to me. Because it would also get me Bremen, which would consolidate my trade node. Yeah, I think we'll probably take out Lubeck, actually. Might as well put like the 50% off advisor in office when I can. Because I want those level 3s regardless. We can't afford it, it's just a little on the expensive side. And now everything's going to get that much cheaper. Let's see if we actually have the institution. I forgot that. Yeah, 5%. It's not big enough. The admin efficiency is worth a lot more. Plus the one missionary strength. Actually, when we attack Lubeck here, Bremen may not actually get involved, which could be a problem. I really do want them involved. If they're not, then I can't kill them later because they're a free city. Or at least I can't kill them without some work. Less work. Easier I'm gonna do. Yeah, they won't join. I'll have to insult these guys too. I just really want their capital. 30 development and a center of trade. And then I might even be able to go after Denmark if I want to. Poor Bremen though. Let's take them out. We can always wipe out one of Bremen's allies later on. Mainz is defending them, which is fine. Not very worried about two single province nations, I have to say. It actually might be worth considering me vassalizing Mainz looking at it, because they've got claims on a couple provinces there. Oh well, something to consider, I guess. Although it does appear that the siege of Lubeck is going to take forever. Let's speed it up a little bit. Gotta get that lovely blockade impact bonus. I never use it, so I might as well use it now. too large of a coalition, we'll just take what we can and piece them out. We're going to get 31 development out of this, which is going to be a large expansion on its own. Really want to finish these guys off, but not possible. I'm going to have to fight a war with Bavaria in order to do so. Might actually be a little tricky. I think I'll be better off returning to England and taking more of Great Britain before they get killed by France in a couple years, because I'm going to have to sit around with all this aggressive expansion, unless I go after Denmark. Hopefully I don't get into too much trouble. That was a fair amount of aggressive expansion I just logged. Hopefully it doesn't kill me. I'll have to be very careful actually though. I want to look for a better alliance, to be honest. Morocco wants to be allies. Ooh. Morocco. Might as well ally with people outside of Europe who have no reason to hate me. For now. And then just hope I don't get into any real trouble here. At least France can't join, so it's only really my close neighbors who really will hate me. And obviously Britain. There's not much I can do about Britain though. I think we'll do the last couple provinces here maybe before going to the New World. I don't know. Florida is there. I could jump over and try and expand into like Massachusetts and stuff. Great Britain's got Canada, so I don't have to deal with that. I'll just have to take it from them. Mexico is attackable actually. I may do that. But let's get the rest of the Ivory Coast trade node, because that's going to be most of the trade from Asia for the rest of the game. I forgot that just having the burgers in your lands tends to give you a fair amount of production development over time, because I think I've gotten like 30 development just off of events from them. Feel kind of lucky about that. And as much as I'd like to kill Denmark here, I think the New World and then Great Britain is going to be the most I can do with all this aggressive expansion. We got lucky that Poland and Bohemia couldn't join, because they hate us. I think we'll do circle the globe here if we can. Can we? Oh, I think someone already did it. That is more than okay. We'll just explore then. Oh no, we can circumnavigate the globe. I think we've got enough that we can pull it off. Maybe. Let's put this slightly damaged. That way there's a chance they'll survive. I don't usually do circumnavigate the globe because it only gets you prestige, but might as well. Hi, Lusitanian. Yeah, I've already made it all the way down to the Andamans, so I'm all the way over to Pegu, the region. Unfortunately, Brittany got the Cape, but I've been trying to take control of the Ivory Coast node. France is slightly ahead, but that's because I haven't invested money here yet, really. I do have a world port already, but it's gonna take a little while. In the meantime, now, I can't really do anything in Europe because of wars. Except for apparently fight a war with Poland. Great. Also, there's clearly no way I'm going to get around the world, so I might as well give up on that plan. If it already took 55 damage just even getting back around Africa. I think I'll tell people I kind of want these provinces here. I'd like Krolwex or whatever for the gems if I can get it. We'll see how long it takes me to actually win the war in Europe, and hopefully I don't trigger a coalition if I get given any lands. Considering it's already 53 war score after a couple months, I think Poland is pretty well doomed. They were doing pretty well too. Kind of feel sorry. I don't want to fight Mali just yet because they've got some pretty good allies. But I will happily beat up everyone in the area. Let's see, Mali has got... actually, Mali's weaker than they were. I think they were allied to Morocco or the Ottomans recently. They might be a possibility, but for now we're going to take the New World over a bit because that will get us less aggressive expansion and build up a strong colonial state. And finally we have some absolutism, which of course is relatively useless to us because we're a republic, but every little bit will help. So I should probably do this finally. There we go. And develop my capital to, what is it, 50? Or it might not be this age. 50 I think is next stage. Might as well get it to 50 now. There we go. 50 development. Hamburg. and I need to backtrack to save my fort. And I got nothing for that war other than 2 favors with Russia, which I guess is fine, because the coalition was a real threat. I am going to, however, put my troops in position to attack Great Britain early on. Yeah, I'm pretty much just going to take over the coast. I'm not into a full conquest. There's nothing I need there. There's no livestock, and there's really no gems, if I remember. Basically, I'm just going to colonize as much as I can in Indonesia, and then we'll backtrack for the Americas. And hopefully I can attack Great Britain here as soon as this truce expires. Portugal just made it around the world. Oh well, prestige doesn't matter, so... I think we're going to probably take the inflation, yeah. Hi, nice to see you. Thanks for showing up. Let's move this... Actually, wait, let's see how bad the rebellion is going to be down here. Doesn't look like it's actually going to be that bad. So, take that army. Move it to the British Isles, if you would. Hopefully they get there before the war starts. If not, we'll just have to fight them. Hopefully not at sea, even though we should have a stronger navy by now. Yeah, the Portuguese are... Portuguese got the Caribbean as usual. Portugal is also intact and has expanded into Castile, although they did lose North Africa. I think they're allied to France. Nope, they're on their own. Portugal's actually really vulnerable. I could probably conquer them. You know you have a stupid tech lead when you get an institution and you still have... you still can't buy any monarch points despite almost having 1,000. Let's see. I think for now we'll... I don't really know where I should put this merchant. Maybe the Baltic Sea. There we go. And then Krakow maybe? We've got a lot of merchants right now. There we go. Great Britain War has ended. Still gonna tell me I'm breaking a truce, which is hilarious. And we'll attack them for East March. Which, again, we were already fighting them for East March, so this is kind of a joke. And there's what I was worried of. We now have a coalition forming. Not good. I suppose I could build some more troops. That's about all I can do. Just gotta hope that my allies would actually help me in a war. Oh yeah, there's definitely reasons to take over Africa. I've just got other priorities right now. Speaking of which, I should probably start developing my African lands a little bit now that they're in a trade company. At least the ones that are at all valuable. Now that has been converted, so that goes in the trade company. I'll get them all to 10. I can afford it, so... There we go, that should give me more trade power. Yeah, 17. Perfect. I have Russia and I just got Morocco as an ally because I needed another ally. In the event of France attacking me, I have the second rank great power, and then obviously Morocco is... I'm surprised Morocco is not a great power. Probably because they haven't finished off Tunis, but they're going to be sitting around 400 on their own. I'm thinking our next idea group should probably be either defensive or offensive ideas, and then by the time we get to the Constitution here, we should be able to get the achievement once we take trade ideas. Because we already have a pretty strong military. Yeah, the Ming collapsed a while ago. I don't really know who killed them. They just kind of collapsed on their own. Maybe Hoxie up here did some damage. And there we are. We've trapped the English in Ireland again, which means the British Isles are pretty easy to occupy. I mean, I shouldn't need trade ideas to get this achievement, but getting trade ideas would just make it that much easier. And I would like to get this done as soon as possible because of the update coming in, what, 2 weeks now? And I'll probably stream again on Saturday if I don't get it. And then maybe the Saturday after that, but then, oh my. That's a lot of cash. And I will happily take it all. I guess I should make some more manufactories since I've got really developed provinces. There we go. Give myself 2 gold per turn, or 2 gold a month coming in from just those 4 upgrades. If not more. Increase stability. So the goal here is to cut off France from having any opportunity to expand. So I need to take these 3 and then go for centers of trade and stuff. And then at some point there'll be a war with France and we'll have to win it. But for now, they're in their religious internal fight, so they're probably not as dangerous as they should be. Yeah, that's what I'm going for. Obviously, I've got to get to like Southeast Asia and stuff. That's what I'm working on. But I want to control the end node so I have the cash to be able to do so. There we go. I can now put the endowments here in a trade company, which will help a little bit. Problem is I didn't get any of these islands, so I'm gonna have to buy land to get into India. I should probably also finish off Brabant before I forget. Oh, I can't actually get there. I prefer not to lose 10 Republican tradition, sorry. I guess at some point I should invade Ireland, huh? Might as well clear that up. One nice thing about all this is once I'm done, I should be able to use Conquer New States and get some good absolutism going, because England has several cultures. So it actually might be a good idea for me to pick up an Irish province, just so I can harsh treat them. And I gotta be rather careful here with these aggressive expansions. Yeah, if I go to another year, France wouldn't be able to join, which would probably be safe enough. Okay, I didn't realize the English separatists were doing that good of a job. Should probably stop them. Even though I was kind of hoping they'd do that to France, break free, but I guess they're going to do it on me first if they can. In fact, they're going to attack me, which isn't good. Unless, of course, I win, which is apparently what's going to happen. No, I was winning, but apparently I got stack wiped instead. Great. Absolutely great. Okay. I'm not going to go for the trade ports in England. I'm going to ignore them till later. I don't want them. There's no point in me taking them right now. I just want to beat the rebels and unite my lands. There was a point I'd probably do it, but there isn't. I don't need the trade from their nodes right now, because all my trade is being diverted to the Lubeck node. I'm thinking defensive ideas probably, but offensive probably would be more helpful in the long run. So yeah, we'll do offensive. There we go. Okay, I'm still fine with those tenets of faith or whatever. No, I'm not collecting trade in the channel at all. I only have 4% in it. I have 17 now because I've occupied, but I have 76 in Lubeck. So I'm going to stick with Lubeck as long as it's more profitable. Obviously that'll change over time. Send troops to fight France. Yeah, might as well. France is our rival anyway, so let's oppose them as much as possible. And France can't join against us. Does that mean we can get another one? No. We'll just take what we can, I guess. Or if we wait another to the end of the year, we can take another province from France. Or without France getting angry. Might as well do that. What, like Diplo ideas? No, I'm not taking Diplo ideas. I want the military. My army is running right now on the 10% morale from plutocratic ideas, and that's it. Definitely need something better. No, I'm Brabant wants peace, which is fine. Honestly, if I could get away with this, I'd take so much more of their land, but... Well, I suppose... Do I have any rebels? I don't have any rebels. Can I get any absolutism is the key. No, I can't decrease it at war, of course. Duh. So now I think I'm stuck with what absolutism I have right now. I suppose York is a center of trade, but it would be more beneficial for me to take the other one up above. And no, I can't take York. There we go. Fully dividing Britain, which will help. I'm not going to suppress rebels because we want the fights. Want the fights and the absolutism. And hopefully that doesn't cause a massive death coalition on me. Oh, no longer a valid rival, Great Britain. So I might as well do France then. Thanks to that event, we managed to pick up Sierra Leone as well. 200 settlers. After this, though, we should have a little bit more. Yeah, 6% in the channel. 60 from Lubeck still. I think we've got to do all this course things, but I'm curious as to how I'm doing on my progress here. Obviously this is going to be lower because of the penalty I get for being overextended, but it'll still show something close to it. And it's gone up, so controlling more of the trade in those nodes will certainly help. I love how the game wants me to make cores in Iceland. It's kind of amusing. We did pick up this province. And we got this one, so we can make this a core. Which means we can upgrade that. That should get us a little bit more trade in the English node. Yeah, 10%. Still not great, because the node itself is relatively poor. But as the colonies develop more, it's going to become more valuable. As good as I'm doing, I'm not sure I want to spend 122 to get one absolutism. That is horrendously expensive. I suppose it's probably worth it in the long run, but I think I'd much rather just keep repressing the Scottish. Wait a second. Bohemian Succession War? Bohemia is a junior partner of Denmark. We'll join, but this is a weird war. I shouldn't really be needed here because it's Risk Castile and Bohemia, but my land's going to be the focus point of the war, which is a problem. Oops. What's my phone telling me? No, nothing important. Sorry about that. Okay, let's actually put something down here in the trade thing. Let's do probably trade steering, honestly. Trade steering. At some point we want to do trade power, but I think the steering for now will be useful. Especially once I switch to the English trade node. Still a ways away though. And this is what I was a little bit worried about, coalitions forming. Shouldn't be too big of a coalition though, in all honesty. No one really important can join it. Also, Danzig apparently has reemerged. I missed that. See, I think we just did this one, yep. We'll get some even better leader fire, might as well. I don't really feel a need to do much in this. I think Russia's gonna do fine. I mean, even without me, they still heavily outnumber the enemy. Ooh, English separatists. Relatively easy victory. Might as well just do trade regulations rather than anything else. We don't need the other merchant right now, but we do need some income. Yeah, 19. That makes a difference. There we go. Finally, that province is done. There we go. Now what I can do is I should be able to, at the end of the war, force these guys to revolt again. None of these provinces really matter, so I might as well just give them all to the parliament. Unless, I think it cost me absolutism, actually. I shouldn't have done that. That was a bit dumb, I guess. We should get another government reform soon, though. There we go. Russians, well, they're winning this war. They're not winning overwhelmingly, so I should probably go help them. Might as well develop some of these lands a little bit while I have the time and monarch points. Obviously I'm not spending military. I should probably get that tech actually. We don't want to lose any of this innovativeness. We have almost 60. As good as prestige from land battles would be, I think keeping up with tech is much more valuable. Probably also time to send this army, or actually this army, back to Mexico in hope of picking up more lands. Yeah, almost perfectly timed too. There we go. Now we just wait for this war Russia's fighting to lose, probably. Because Bohemia is going to beat them if they march into their lands. Plus Bohemia is much stronger than Denmark right now. There we go. Oh, I don't really need any more on England. I should probably go after Mali now. I have the time and energy, so... We might as well get up to almost 900 development. No. Might as well strengthen the government and get some absolutism out of it, since we can't do much else. There. Well, 3 absolutism. Well, I'm actually okay with that. Russia had to give lands to Denmark, which is more than okay in my mind, because I didn't have to return Danish provinces. I get to sit nice and pretty back here and reap the rewards now if I want to try and help Bohemia. Then I could potentially pick up Bohemia as an ally, or just watch the chaos as they revolt against Denmark. Next month we'll beat up more of the Mexicans. Go get a claim on Mali as well, because might as well get at the center of trade if at all possible. Although I'm going to focus on Mexico before I go for Mali, because don't want to be trying to fight 2 separate wars. Not with a coalition, I think. Still is against me, yeah. We don't want too much trouble. There we go, most of our little colonies abroad are finally becoming useful. Or at least they're not costing us anything, which I guess is just as important. They're all going to be Protestant, they'll all be in trade companies, they'll all be helping with our goal. So, I might as well keep colonizing out here, I guess. Pretty much most of the Americas are now colonized. There's no point in me trying to fight for them. I'll just fight a war and steal them later, I guess. Might as well steal an absolute massive amount of points from the clergy. Speaking of which, I think I even have discounted my development even cheaper, so I might as well do a little bit more. 21 development improvement. There we go. What else am I missing on 20? Oh, new mark, I guess. Have I even made you a core? I don't think so. Did this guy. Might as well get him to 20 as well. There we go, and obviously that has already been very well developed for some time. There we go, 30, 37, and 50 in my capital region. I'd say that's a very developed capital region. And more importantly, I don't have to really do any internal development because it was so cheap, relatively speaking. This area is about as developed as I'm going to make it, because now I've got England to develop. Third great power, we've actually surpassed France for the moment. Although they have significantly higher development than we do. Let's go smash that army if possible, and then we will make peace, probably. Then I'll have to figure out what I want to do with this 2,000 gold. Probably just do build treasury for now. That is, if I can ever catch the AI's army, because they are running away. Let's see, we should be able to get a good portion of this round. Yeah. Or that there. I'd say that's a good expansion of Mexico. I think we've definitely got the equivalent Mexico size. And I can't actually repress anything at the moment, which is unfortunate. However, I can lower autonomy in the Scottish provinces. Yeah. We want the Scots to revolt, but not the English, basically. Now for Mali, I guess. Miltech 15, we're Miltech 18. We're going to want a second army, obviously, but... Let's just do basically all of this if possible. We'll do Township, we'll do Admiralty, and then we will do Officer's Mess after this. Considering we're so small, I think it's worth investing 1,000 to get 5 force limit. We're not a very large country to begin with. We're not going to become much larger. It looks like Bohemia got its independence. And we now have a legitimate reason to go after Portugal. We're now rivals. Oh. Portugal has no real great allies, but we'll take over Mali first and then we'll work our way around to Portugal probably. Ideally, I'd like Brazil. Quick heal here, I think. And bring you all the way down here to help with this war. It's going to take me like half a year to get troops down there, but... What can I do? 17% in the English trade node. Becoming slightly more productive to live there, but not yet. To trade there, rather. I'll take the diplomat, I think. That way I can do more making friends with people that would otherwise hate me. There we go. Or at least spreading Westphalian culture to Africa. And we have a lot of Anglican conversion to do in England. Morocco, Alsace, Hungary, and Riga, sure. But I don't know what I'm actually going to be able to do to help here. I don't think I'm actually needed. I'm pretty sure Morocco's handling this all with ease, considering they've killed off Granada, basically, and I'm thinking this Morocco may reform Al-Andalus because they're kind of unstoppable right now. Somehow they've got Tunis as an ally as well, despite owning half of their country. That is a strong Morocco. I think we'll actually put a level 1 fort down here because this is a pretty important province for me. Besides, we got the bonus to defensiveness here. And Hamburg. Should be good, and we almost have our army back. Assemble it in Mali, and then we will take the Malian coast. We only get a couple provinces from them. Oh, I suppose I can take a hand, actually more than I thought. Interesting. I didn't think it would go that far inland. Actually, none of their allies are going to join, so this is going to be a joke, basically. I think we have one enemy to fight. Timbuktu, which is a single province. Awesome. That means Mali will fall quickly. And once Mali falls, we should dominate all trade in this node, and then hopefully 1.9 and 10 will get a little bit closer. Halfway to livestock, less than halfway to gems. Way less than halfway. At some point I probably will have to fight or buy land from Vijayanagara or whatever, just to be able to get gems, because they control the vast majority of the world's gem supply. Yeah, I'm going to. I don't think they're really doing anything in this region, though. They've kind of just... I think they just bought that province, and that's all they've done. But yeah, I'll definitely try and block everyone else off. Probably just going to do like this. Maybe release these guys as Fulo or whatever, and then see about feeding them land, because they've got some pretty big claims. Plus, I've got just right now the right amount of relations, and I definitely at some point want to annex Magdeburg. I'll work on that now, actually. Speaking of which, when can I have to go after Great Britain again? 11 years. Little ways to go before I can kill them off. May have to march up and kick Timbuktu out just to get enough war score. Also, all my generals are dying right now. Plus 20% morale. That's nice if I was actually fighting people. Also, apparently one of my colonies is doing gems, wherever I picked that one up. Every gem province productivity that I own is better than none. That would give me... I think that's the mount I'm going to take. For now, at least. I don't really need any more in the interior for the moment. Let's see. Release subject. I would receive those, but one of those is a colonial province. Huh. I suppose losing one trade province isn't a problem. Oh yeah. And the rest of these will be taken over, cored, converted, and then added to the trade company. Okay. Where should I go next is really the question. I suppose I could go after the Congo, right? No, actually I can't because I don't border them. I suppose I could go after Grenada. They're really weak right now. Even if I don't attack them at the moment, just threaten them. They only have 2 provinces left in Europe, so... what is my aggressive expansion in Europe? In the 30s and 40s. Otherwise, I really do want to beat up Cologne, but at the same time, Great Britain is such a juicy prize. It seems a shame to give up a chance to take more of their land just to take land in the HRE. Well, the one I did do, Fulot here, has none left. I gave them the one claim they had. The rest are all in Mali, and obviously that one French province. I think I can handle it if they have one claim in the area. I'd really like to beat up Portugal. Brabant actually might be another target. Let's try that. I know they're in Europe, but if I could pick up this province, it'd still be useful. Oh, actually I can just declare war on them right now because it's colonialism. Always forget that that's an actual thing you can declare war over. Yeah. Extra colonists, might as well keep colonizing the islands. Build up the trade node in Indonesia, and hopefully it'll influence my control over India. Get that army back into Europe, and we should be all good. Speaking of which, I do need to build some more ships at some point. Yeah, not the most efficient way of doing it, but it'll work for now. Should give me 10 heavies and another 25 or 20 or so transports. Yeah, when I'm at peace, I will. I can't invest in this one anyway because I don't have it cored yet. Well, this is actually a deal, the sheer amount of separatists that want to revolt right now. Except for, obviously... Well, the English one is really cheap. I thought it would be higher. Cool. I think we're good. I really should get both tech and this idea tree done. Especially because we got a 666 ruler right now. Might as well try and circumnavigate the globe with my ships before I stop, just for the fun of it. There we go, a relatively useless war for a single province, but it gets me more trade. Once these are all done, then we can actually do stuff with them. I guess I can upgrade that one. Don't have any other centers of trade, interestingly enough. Although I suppose I could make Lubeck into a world port as well. Just try and make even more obscene amounts of money from one trade node. Yeah. What is our influence now? Gems 2. Hey, we hit 2 finally. And livestock's at 10. Still got a ways to go. I suspect probably part of the reason that went up is we started producing, we developed the cow province up here a fair amount. Yeah, it's producing like 1.5% of cows in the world. Buy that guy since he's cheaper and then raise up his skill, and now he's really profitable for us. I think, however, I'm going to focus military for a little while. Well, 24 absolutism as a republic ain't that bad. Yeah, once I dominate the trade regions, it's going to get even higher, but it's just taking time. For a node that gets virtually nothing from the New World, that's still a lot of money to be pulling in. It's easily the highest trade node in the world. Especially because I can now build a marketplace in it, and so it should jump even higher. I think I can actually make Dith March in here a vassal if I do this right. Let's see. Yeah, I should be able to. And then if we give them a gift, I will eliminate my ally without having to do anything aggressive. Yeah. Oh wait, why did that just stick down? Huh, well, that's a problem. We're just a little shy. How do I get a little bit more influence on these guys? I need one more. Oh boy. Give a subsidy, I guess. Hopefully that will tick up quickly enough. There we go. Got them. Good. I've wanted to do that and get them out of the way for a while, and now we can cancel the subsidy and everything should go well. Okay, we've got that, we got that, we got that. England's another 7 years away. Cologne here is getting really large. Probably beat them up. France wouldn't like it though. There's a real struggle here because I want to beat these guys up, but at the same time I don't want to not be able to beat up England. What would I need to buy? Something here, please? Charter company, we want a trade province. We'd like that one ideally, I think, or cot or whatever would be good too. Oh my gosh. I have to pay 24,000 some odd to get it. That's not gonna happen. Ba'amanis is weak. Can I fabricate a claim on them? No, because my province doesn't border them. Delightful. These guys... Pegu might be attackable, actually. I think that might be the best next move for the moment. That and bring an army back to the New World. And repress more rebels. 5 for repressing rebels and 1 autonomy is glorious. This guy's still going strong. Wow, he's 68. I'm gonna keep him in office, obviously, until he dies. He's getting me so much money and monarch points. Who might stop them? Might as well get free colony going. I don't know why I'm specifically targeting the Sulawesi region for any particular reason. I guess it's just because it's a good province. It's got half-decent development too. 15% of trade there. Doesn't move through at all though. $7 years for Mali as well. I guess I'll beat up people in the New World then. I don't have much other options at the moment. Surely with 13 troops, my vassal may not even need me for this war, but... They probably don't, but I might as well help them win faster anyway. Speaking of things, I should probably be able to beat up the Caribbean here. Or take the Caribbean by attacking Portugal. Because Portugal and Castile don't care what I do in the rest of Europe, really. There we go. And more importantly, we can even get better troops. Sorry, better forts. Because my homeland is actually very lightly defended. There we go. There we go. That's doing pretty well, and then we can... I don't think we want to do standardized uniforms. We don't want to form any of these. Yeah, the HRE is just totally destroyed at this point. think I'm going to probably stop after this war. It's going pretty well, so it shouldn't last more than 3-4 more minutes. And then I'll probably be streaming again Saturday afternoon. So I really want to get this done. Obviously, we've made some stupidly good progress this stream. We're at 900 and... we're at 950 in terms of personal development. So we need 50 more to 1,000. And we're definitely one of the great powers, even though our actual lands in Europe are not very extensive. They're just very well developed. Hi, Average. You've wandered in just at the end of this. I was just starting to wind down. But it is available for you to watch back, and there's 2 hours of it, so you should go do that. Okay, that should be it for this stream. We've managed to finally get, I think, a gold mine to... Did we get any gold mines? We haven't gotten any gold mines. We've literally gone around all the gold mines. Well, that's ridiculous. Well, we'll be back to doing that next stream, but this will be it for this one, I think. I'd probably just play in my free time average, but that's going to be it for this live stream. And let me just quick do a little bit of housekeeping here. Actually, we'll probably go to next month just to tick over, so I can actually... oh wait, I can't upgrade because now I'm at ore. Darn. Let's just add that to there. So we are at almost 1,100 controlled development, 950 on our own. We're 140 behind France still, because France is doing really well. Protestantism's going well. We're definitely dominating the trade node there. It's almost time to start switching into the English Channel. We've got relatively big colony going there in Mexico now. What are they up to? 219 development, and we've made it all the way over to Indonesia. And in terms of getting stuff, we've got 11 in livestock, so we're over half there. And gems, we have almost 3%. So that's it for this stream, and I'll probably be back this Saturday. This being, of course, a Thursday. And at that point, we're going to do even more. And hopefully I will be able to take over more of Denmark, Great Britain, and then slowly work my way towards the English Channel. And maybe there'll be an invasion in Asia. We'll see. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye for now.